Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Canadian Crypt, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. My buddy James, also known as Royal James over on YouTube, has nominated me for a round of horror tag. So he's given me a list of questions, and I'm going to do my very best to answer them. But before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and click the little bell below to keep up to date with weekly horror content. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, you're awesome, and thank you for sticking with me. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Starting off, we have which movie terrified me as a child and which movie terrifies me now. Now, I believe I was 12 when I first saw Candyman. That movie scared the shit out of me. That movie stuck with me for years. And when everyone was terrified of Bloody Mary in the mirror, I was looking out for Candyman. But as for films that terrify me now, there really aren't many that have really blown me away. There are some films that have made me uncomfortable. But if I had to choose, there were probably a few scenes in Hereditary that got me. What was my first horror movie? Now this brings me back to the good old days of rummaging through Roger's video for over an hour just to find two movies, but it was when I was about 11 years old when I wandered into the horror section and I picked out Pet Sematary. Which horror movie would be for the whole family? Killer Clowns from Outer Space would probably be a safe bet because it's a nice balance of creepy, yet it's fairly lighthearted. There are comedy aspects to it. So yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Favorite performances in horror. I have to pick two male and two female performances. I'll start with the males. If I were to pick two, I would pick Donald Pleasance as Sam Loomis in John Carpenter's Halloween.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
Along with Bill Moseley as Chop Top in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. As for female performances, I'd have to go with Catherine Isabelle as Mary Mason in American Mary.
I'm changing specialties, Dr. Grant. Have you ever heard of body modification?
And Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode in John Carpenter's Halloween. What is my favorite horror movie of all time? Easy, without question, John Carpenter's Halloween. What horror movie do I hate? Now, this is an extremely difficult question for me to answer because there is so much shit out there, but if I had to choose, it would either be between the Paranormal Activity franchise or 1998's remake of Psycho, which is a complete shot-for-shot remake with Norman Bates being played by Vince Vaughn. Favorite horror movie franchise? Now that would probably be between the Halloween franchise and the Scream franchise. What's my favorite slasher movie? Without question, John Carpenter's Halloween. Favorite horror movie villain or monster? Now that's an extremely difficult one, so I'm going to give 5. We're going to go with Michael Myers, we're going to go with Frank Zito from Maniac, we're going to go with Leatherface, we're going to go with Ghostface, and we're going to go with Sam from Trick or Treat. The most disturbing film I ever watched. Now, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but it was one of the films from the Lucifer Valentine Vomit Gore trilogy. I got about 15-20 minutes into it and I had to shut it off. It's films like that that make The Human Centipede look like a Disney film, and I wouldn't recommend it. Favorite modern horror film that really surprised me? That would be 2019's Come to Daddy starring Elijah Wood. Recommend a horror movie that isn't very popular, and I'm going to give 2 for this one, and it'll be 1979's Tourist Trap along with 2018's Perfect Skin starring Richard Brake. The 2 content creators I nominate to do this challenge are Mondo Chelloveck Movies, along with Michael from Goof Cinema. Now, that'll be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit it with a like, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at Canadian Crypt, where I let you guys decide on the videos I'm gonna make next. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay scary.